good cooperative, global cooperative, I hope school and professional year ahead. Thank you all for coming here to participate in this important event. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's now a great pleasure for me to introduce the next speaker, who is a fellow board member of the ICA, Mr. Magomere. I knew I was going to struggle over it. Mr. Magomere. He is the President of the Alliance Africa and Vice President of the ICA of the Alliance. Mr. Magomere. That's at least one drink I owe you. Was elected the President during the 13th Regional Assembly in Abuja. He's been a delegate of Coop Holdings, Cooperative Society, which is the anchor shareholder of the Cooperative Bank, since 1986, and is a member of the Institute of Directors of Kenya. He serves as Chairman of Cooperative Alliance of Kenya and is the Honourable Secretary of Marsha Boro Sacco. He's been a council member of the East African Farmers Federation since 2008 and joined the board in 2017. He is the current chairman of the National Council for Ushrika Day celebrations and a board member of several secondary schools. He was honoured with the Order of the Grand Warrior of Kenya in 2019. Would you like to address the meeting?
The chief guest of honor this evening, the ICA President, the representative of the European Union, senior government officials with us here this evening, cooperative dignitaries, distinguished guests, fellow cooperators, ladies and gentlemen, let me first and foremost thank you all for attending this year's global conference here in Kigali. And very special greetings and a big welcome to Africa, particularly also for the delegates from across the globe. As we already know, our main theme for this year is Cooperatives for Development. And I think that's why we exist. Cooperatives continue to play a vital role in the development and is one of the main forms of economic and social organization for poverty alleviation. In the year 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, member states recognize the important role cooperatives play, stating that we acknowledge the role of the diverse private sector, ranging from micro-enterprises to cooperatives in the implementation of the new agenda. The United Nations has also consistently called for the promotion and development of cooperatives as inclusive and socially responsible enterprises with a huge potential for growth. Cooperatives are oriented towards wealth creation and social protection of members and the community at large. In Africa, the cooperative movement continues to grow and represents a significant part of the private sector in many African countries. According to one of the ILO studies, approximately 7% of the African population reportedly belongs to a cooperative. Though some countries like Egypt, Senegal, Ghana, Kenya, and Rwanda report a higher penetration rate of over 10%. The study further states that out of 100 African households, 7 belong to a cooperative type of organization in one way or the other. The increased number of cooperatives was notably enhanced by the liberalization of the cooperative sector. This era of cooperative freedom has also witnessed a renewal in the integration of the sector as a previously state-owned and an unviable federation. Cooperative ventures in Africa are increasingly becoming market-driven and responsive to changing circumstances, with a few exceptions resulting from the poor or inadequate preparation of cooperatives for competitive market liberalization has also served well in the interest of cooperative development. Ladies and gentlemen, cooperative development should no longer only be considered an instrument for realizing national economic and social objectives, but also as an instrument for poverty alleviation and indeed fulfilling the basic needs of the poor. Participation is a key ingredient of many cooperative projects and indeed programs. This participation has to be spontaneous and has to take place outside the confines of rigid bureaucratic structures. Cooperatives serve their members most effectively and strengthen the cooperative movement by working together through the local, national, regional, and international structures. Cooperatives in Africa continue to enjoy some structured collaboration and indeed partnership with the external actors and the global cooperative movement like we have today. Such partners have collaborated with the cooperatives in the provision of low-interest credit for capital-intense investments, marketing of cooperative produce, particularly through fair trade arrangements, facilitating the creation of suitable legal and policy environment for cooperative enterprises, and facilitating educational training programs in cooperatives, among other objectives. And over the years, we have seen many examples of successful, genuine, and economically viable African cooperatives, which create economic opportunities, provide a basic level of social protection and security, and provide their members with voice and representation. Cooperatives continue to be a major stakeholder in employment creation and income support. They also often work quite exclusively in poverty-ridden areas and count a majority of poor people amongst their members. The income gained from cooperatives is valued by cooperators for its contribution to items including paying school fees, building improved shelter, domestic expenses, medical expenses, investing in small-scale enterprises, and farming, among other many things, including getting married to a beautiful girl you like. The combination of business enterprises and the concern for communal welfare has seen many cooperatives help poor people out of poverty and create wealth in their communities. In addition, The spillover effect of cooperative ventures has afforded many local people who are not members of cooperatives income opportunities. All these have seen cooperatives regarded as significant contributors to development, poverty eradication, though they remain enormous potential that can be explored. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the key challenges a cooperative should address in order to achieve the full potential are managerial issues, or what we call governance, improving the data efficiency of the movement, increased collaboration and establishment of innovative policies and procedures adopted by different governments. Innovation is needed to break current development and business models and build new ones. All growth drivers are being replaced by new and modern techniques. The strong link between cooperatives and society enables cooperatives to be key actors in innovation, since they have the opportunity to get first-hand information on people's expectations and needs. Therefore, I urge governments and policymakers to provide an enabling environment for cooperatives, particularly so in this region. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate the organizing team and the host government of the Republic of Rwanda. Thank you all for hard work and indeed hospitality. Distinguished participants, I wish you a successful and rewarding participation in the conference and as you take part in the other planned activities for the rest of the weeks. Long live ICA, long live the cooperative movement. May God bless all of you, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker is actually the ICA president, Ariel Groucho. He's been the president since 2017, but as well as that, he's also the president of the Federation of Electric and Public Services Cooperatives in the province of Buenos Aires, and he's held that post since 2008. He's the president of the Cooperative Confederation of the Argentine Republic, and he's held that post since 2011. He's been a member of the ICA board since 2013, and Deputy Vice President of Cooperatives of the Americas since 2014. He's also an author of the book, The Argentine Cooperative Movement, A Hopeful Look into the Future. Ariel, would you join us on stage, please?
Tacien Mutesica, presidente de la Confederación Nacional de Cooperativas de Ruanda. Chapet Magomer, presidente de la región de África de la Alianza Cooperativa Internacional. Anastase Chiaka, honorable ministro de Gobierno local. Representantes de organismos internacionales y de los distintos gobiernos que nos acompañan. Queridos y queridas cooperativistas, queridos y queridas amigas, quiero darles una cálida bienvenida y transmitirles el saludo de todo el Consejo Global de la Alianza Cooperativa Internacional. Estamos muy complacidos de estar aquí, en este maravilloso país, en la apertura de nuestra conferencia global Cooperativas para el Desarrollo. Para la Alianza Cooperativa Internacional, que nuclea a más de 310 miembros en 110 países de los 5 continentes y es la voz de más de 1.200 millones de personas en todo el mundo, representa un hecho histórico estar hoy aquí, en Ruanda, celebrando esta conferencia internacional. Nos dará la oportunidad de hacer llegar un mensaje potente de la Alianza Cooperativa Internacional desde el continente africano a todo el mundo. Un mensaje que iremos construyendo en conjunto durante las jornadas venideras. El día de mañana tendrá lugar la apertura institucional y la primera sesión plenaria, y las actividades se desarrollarán hasta el mediodía del jueves. En la tarde del jueves 17 celebraremos nuestra Asamblea General, donde estaremos discutiendo el plan estratégico para la próxima década cooperativa. Tenemos por delante una agenda muy interesante, con la presencia de destacados conferencistas y expositores. Espero que puedan disfrutar de esta conferencia, establecer vínculos, respirar aire cooperativo. La participación de todos ustedes es fundamental y estoy convencido de que este encuentro será una excelente oportunidad de diálogo e intercambio de ideas, que contribuirá sin dudas al avance de nuestro querido movimiento cooperativo. Quiero aprovechar esta oportunidad para agradecer el apoyo y la colaboración del Gobierno de Ruanda, del Movimiento Cooperativo Ruandés, del Consejo Regional de África y su directora, de todo el equipo de la Alianza Cooperativa Internacional y fundamentalmente a todos ustedes que hicieron el enorme esfuerzo de viajar desde todas las partes del mundo para estar hoy aquí presente. Muchas gracias.
Thanks. Thank you, Ariel. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you the government minister we have here with us tonight, which is always a great sign of the respect between the ICA and the governments that we work with, that they give up their time in the evening to come and talk to us. So it's a real delight to invite Professor Shayaka to the stage to address you.
Thank you. Honorable Minister and government officials here present, the President of the International Cooperative Alliance, representatives of international and regional organizations, cooperative representatives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good evening. It is my honor and great pleasure to welcome you all to our lovely and your lovely city, Kigali. Everybody can be a citizen of Kigali to participate in the International Cooperative Alliance Global Conference jointly organized by the government of Rwanda and the International Cooperative Alliance. Feel at home, stay as long as you wish, and be happy in Kigali. So the government of Rwanda appreciates the ICA for choosing our country and our city to host this year's global conference in the very heart of Africa. We are grateful and we look forward to the fruitful conference, discussions around the theme, laying the foundations of a peaceful future, cooperatives for sustainable development. This year, Rwanda celebrated just a few months ago the 25th anniversary of our national liberation. And that came after a painful experience of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, which left scars and posed enormous challenges to our nation. It has also left with our nation and our people with a lot of energy and commitment to rebuild the nation, to live and work together for the development of this land, to cement reconciliation, to foster security, and to spur sustainable economic development. And in all this, cooperative movement plays a key role. So Rwanda has doubled efforts to rebuild itself from the reshaping of national identity, from the cementing of our security, as I said, from the enhancing agricultural productivity, revamping trade and business, but also the landscape of services in different sectors. So we recognize and treasure the cooperative movement in all the landscape of life and modernization of our country, as well as cementing durable peace, which evolves around economic development as well. To share with you some numbers, we are slightly more than 12 million. Close to 30% of those 12 million, around 4 million, either work or are members of cooperatives. That means that most likely cooperative movement is the biggest employer in this country and is the biggest creator of wealth for the people of Rwanda. That alone explains why we consider this gathering, this conference, and the ICA as a whole, as a very important gathering, even for our national development, but also for our global networking and connectiveness. So we look forward to keeping harnessing our partnership with ICA and our working relationship. So the 7-year National Strategy for Transformation that we adopted 2 years ago aims at accelerating private sector-led economy growth and increasing productivity. It has a number of areas that are related to cooperative movements, coming from job creation, knowledge-based economy, promoting industrialization and processing, modernizing and increasing productivity in agriculture and livestock, to sustainable management of environment and natural resources that will enable Rwanda transition towards a green economy. All those sectors are very much linked and related to cooperatives in different sectors, and the growth of cooperatives will spur the growth of those sectors. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for Rwanda to build a conducive business environment, different policies, reforms, and strategies were put in place and consistently implemented. as much as we are keen at continuing on our journey to improve in different sectors, but there are areas where our attempts have yielded fruits, and I would want to share a few aspects with you. First, Rwanda ranks among the 3 fastest growing economies in Africa. It is second on our continent for ease of doing business. And it is first in Africa for network readiness, and fourth globally in gender equality. And believe me, there is a direct correlation between gender promotion and cooperatives growth. Where we see cooperatives alive and well working, we see women high participation, and we see transformation around. So those 2 aspects are very important to focus on. So it goes without saying as well that as part of doing business, Rwanda is probably one of the fastest in Africa in registering business. So without going into conference matters, it was just an appetizer for your discussions starting tomorrow. And I'm so happy to see all of you here. I hear over 1,000 delegates. Next time when you decide to come to Rwanda, you can even double, triple that number. We have about 3-4 facilities that will be double or 5 times bigger than this one. So you are most welcome. And I should also mention that as Africa and the whole world look forward towards the Sustainable Development Goals, I want to urge all the members of ICA here present that actually to put that into perspectives. When you talk about people, we really should understand cooperatives and well-functioning cooperatives. So the successful implementation of the SDGs on our continent and beyond will be closely linked to how we will make our cooperative movement more successful, sustainable, growing and inspiring growth, but also how will it engender more growth, especially and opportunities, especially for the youth, for the women, and for the rural areas. So therefore, that's to say that even globally, the ICA should see itself as an important partner for global transformation and for rural transformation specifically. And for that, I take this opportunity to congratulate and thank you all who have, in one way or another, contributed to the organization and realization of this important conference. I therefore wish you all a pleasant evening. In Kigali, it is now morning, so I hope you are not very tired. So when we finish here, then the day starts. Not the work, but we need to enjoy before working. I trust your host here will not allow you sleep so early, because Kigali is more beautiful at night. So I really wish you a wonderful conference, and also I wish you to enjoy to the maximum. I don't know if the maximum exists, but enjoy the maximum of Rwandan hospitality during your stay here. Thank you very much, and most welcome again to Rwanda and Kigali. I wish you a fruitful night.
Well, thank you very much, Minister, for that inspiring speech, and it really just underlines why it was so right for the ICA to organise this conference in Rwanda. I'd now like to ask Sifa to come back to the stage to wrap up the evening.
Thank you very much, Ben. Mine is just some few housekeeping matters, but without infringing on the protocols of not speaking after the authority, please, Honorable Minister, allow me to recognize few key individuals who have made it to happen. They are our unsung heroes. And here I'm referring to the PS Minicom and our DG Bruno. Please, if you can be appreciated. The warrant alone, we have a team both from the government side and the ICA who have been working around the clock to make sure that things are happening. Please, the organizing committee, can you please stand up so that you can be recognized by the minister? He would like to see you. We truly appreciate your support. All protocol observed. Honorable Minister, we would like to say that we are very much pleased to announce that the government of Rwanda, as it has been said, has extended its hospitality and requesting our participants to avail themselves on 18th of October for the visit of the cooperative. I have seen them, and I can assure you that there is something. Name it from the housing to agricultural to the transports. I don't want to finish the list, but it is worth it. So please make sure that you register on the desk, which is at the entrance, just opposite the Radisson Blue, but by the side of KICC. All day there are people there who could assist. I'd like also to say that please make sure that you drop back your gadgets as you leave the rooms. And this applies for all the other sessions that we shall be having. In Africa, we say we always celebrate. We love dancing, but today there will not be dancing. We'll just make sure that we drink. It's part of how we celebrate. So please, you are all invited for a cocktail. As you go outside, we have got ushers who should show you where we shall be having our cocktail to make sure that we make this particular day memorable. Once again, thank you very much. We shall first start allowing, we'll first allow our dignitaries, especially the minister, to be the first one, as we all still remain seated, followed by all the other dignitaries, and then us, as the cooperators, we shall follow suit. Please, that should be the order. Thank you very much. Here they want to have a picture, a souvenir picture. Maybe also all the board members, please. Board members of ICA who will then represent us. Board members, please. No, it's okay. All the men. Please, can we wait? Can we wait the dignitaries first to go out before we can? We have been an orderly movement, please. Allow the dignitaries first before we can go out. Thank you for the pictures. Thank you, we appreciate. That is enough, thank you, we appreciate. Thank you very much for your cooperation.